What up? It's December 24, 2022. It is Christmas Eve, Saturday afternoon. Kind of bummed out because I woke up late today and took myself to the gym, and I get to the LA Fitness and I'm seeing all these people walking out and not thinking anything of it. And then I get to the front entrance and I see the lady literally locking the door. They closed early today. So that was a bummer. So I came back home and now I'm here, and I figured I would film a video about a topic that I wanted to talk about because it kind of goes hand in hand with my previous videos. I'm sure you guys have seen my other videos where I talk about my tattoos. For those of you that are new to the videos and the content that I post, I am heavily tattooed. Obviously, as you can see, I have majority of my work has been blacked out. My right arm completely from my knuckles to my trap and everywhere in between. And now I'm in the process of blacking out my left arm, but partially. You can see I'm still keeping some of the stuff in there, but majority of it will be black. I guess you could say I'm a subject matter expert when it comes to tattoos and tattoo removal. I've sat through 2 full regular sleeves and now 2 full blackout sleeves, including my chest, my stomach, and tattoos on my legs. So know a thing or two about tattoos. And the reason I want to talk about laser removal is because I haven't seen a lot of videos that talk about what it's like, the cost, the process, the pain, the recovery, all that stuff. So I want to preface, before I start talking about all that stuff, and preface my video by saying I am not a medical professional. I am not a doctor. I am not giving anybody in this video medical advice. I'm merely stating my opinion and sharing my experiences that I've gone through getting laser removal for tattoos. So now that I've said that, we can get that out the way. So the reason I started doing the laser removal process is because when I was younger, back in the day, I used to be working at a tattoo shop, and I was an apprentice or an aspiring tattoo artist. I just hung around the shop a lot, and I was working odd jobs, and they hired me to do errands around the shop, clean tubes, etc., yada yada yada. So some of the perks of hanging out at a tattoo shop all the time and working at a tattoo shop is that when it's a slow day, you're friends with the artists there, and you can have them tattoo you for little to no cost. In addition to that, there's apprentices that work at these tattoo shops, and a lot of them are aspiring tattoo artists, and they need human skin to practice their craft on. And, at the time I was in my early 20s and very dumb and very, naive and not thinking about later on down the road and my body, and is this going to be something that I'm going to be okay with down the road? I volunteered my skin to get tattooed by some of these apprentices. So my leg was already considered like my joke leg with tattoos. It's like the dumbest thing ever. For something so permanent, but that was my joke leg. So I let one of the tattoo artists apprentice there practice on my leg. Big mistake. So I chose Flash. One of the tattoos that I chose was Flash off of this poster from like the 1960s or 1970s. It was really bad artwork, and it was 2 penguins. Why I chose that piece of artwork, to this day, I cannot give you a reason why I chose that, but I chose 2 penguins facing each other, like cartoon style, on my leg. So I had him tattoo that, and the execution was done very poorly. The quality of it was, really bad. Saturation, all of these things worked in my favor down the road when I went to get it removed, because I will talk about that. But I had the penguins, and then later on I had him do some script on my calf that said heartless, the word heartless, because I was so badass and tough, and I was a heartless bastard back then, and it was just a genius idea to get it put on my calf, which ironically, there's no heart in your calf, right? So stupid stuff I did in my 20s. Once again, that tattoo was done poorly. And this time, though, the guy had gotten a little bit better, so his penetration was better, his saturation was better, and he added red ink into the script, like block lettering, because it was like traditional lettering. Well, that didn't work in my favor, and I'll explain that when I get into the process of laser removal. So I'll just say this, that adding color makes things a lot more difficult. Black is the easiest thing to remove. So anyways, I got these tattoos done. They didn't age well. You know, the ironic, funny jokeness of them all over the years wore off, and you know, as they started to fade, and then the ink started to spread apart from all the blowouts and, you know, going too deep with the needle, they just did not age well over time. So in 2019, just before the pandemic started, I started entertaining the idea of getting laser removal done. So my girlfriend recommended Laser Away. They're like a big chain of laser removal, and before they were Laser Away, they used to be Dr. Tadoff. So they transitioned from Dr. Tadoff to Laser Away. Laser Away is more like cosmetic, like beauty type stuff. They do like cool sculpting, and they do Botox injections and laser hair removal, but they also do laser tattoo removal. So I reached out to them. I spoke with one of the people that does the consultations, and so here's how it works when you're reaching out to you know, a facility, a clinic, a dermatologist, or whatever, when you're going to get laser tattoo removal done. They're going to want you to send them a photo of the tattoo in its current state, in a clear photo, because they want to see the size of the tattoo, they want to see the color of the tattoo, and then they use that photo to make an estimate of what it's going to cost to get it removed, and that's the price and then the number of sessions more than likely it's going to take to get it removed. So just for a reference, so you guys know, they do things usually by the square inch, and a postage stamp is 1 square inch. So a business card, a regular business card, is approximately 6 square inches. So it can get pretty expensive pretty damn quick. My personal opinion on that, I think it's BS that they charge as much money as they do. They only do that because they know that they can. At the end of the day, like, it takes 2 seconds to do the procedure, and then you're out of there. So I definitely think it's way overpriced. It's going to be way more expensive than a tattoo, and it's going to be 10 times as painful as a regular tattoo. So keep that in mind. So anyways, what happened was she saw my tattoos and she said, hey, this is what I think, you know, it's going to take to get them removed. So we do bundles here, and we're all going to offer you 10 laser removal sessions. In those 10 sessions, we're going to include complimentary numbing. So they use numbing cream to, you know, soak the skin half an hour before you get the removal done to help deal with the pain. And yeah, that was it. 10 sessions with numbing cream. The total was going to be $1,690. That's $1,690. So they can break that up for you into like installments, so you don't have to pay right off the bat. I chose to do that personally because I wasn't sure what I was going to do at the time. I didn't know if I was going to have it all removed or if I was going to just lighten it to get it tattooed. I also wasn't sure how well I was going to be able to deal with the pain and how many sessions. So I didn't want to buy all of it up front and spend all that money and then like halfway through decide, you know what, I don't want to do this. So I was like, let's just do monthly, and it's kind of pay as you go. So I think it broke down to like I was paying $100 a month or something like that. So now we can fast forward to my first appointment. So the first mistake I made with my first laser removal session, and this is information they did not tell me, I had to learn the hard way. So when the day of your laser session, it's just like getting a tattoo. I mean, you want to make sure you're feeling well, you're not under the weather, you're not, you know, sleep deprived, make sure you're fully hydrated, make sure you've had a meal, you know, a decent sized meal. And all that stuff's super important because you're about to go into a trauma session essentially, and you're going to damage skin on your body. And the recovery is a lot like getting a tattoo, minus the peeling aspect of it. So yeah, I didn't really know that going into it, so I wasn't prepared in that sense. The other thing is that when you go to get the laser done, they don't tell you this until you get there. You're supposed to shave the hair wherever the tattoo is. And the reason being is, you know, they do laser hair removal. Well, if you go to get your tattoo laser removed and you have hair there and they hit it with that light, It's going to damage the hair. It's going to potentially damage the hair follicle, and the hair may not grow back. So it's super important that you shave where you're going to be getting laser done. And then to add to that, you need to make sure you shave all the way around, whether it's your leg, your arm, whatever section of your body where there is hair, you want to shave all that hair off. And the reason I say that is because after they're done doing the laser removal, they're going to put ointment and stuff on it, and they're going to put a bandage there, but then they're going to wrap it in medical tape so that that bandage stays on. If you have a lot of hair on your body and you have that medical tape, trust me, it's going to rip it all off, because that's exactly what happened to me. I got the first session done, and they only shaved my tattoo where they were going to laser it, and then she put the stuff on, she wrapped it up nice and tight, and I kept it on for a few hours, and then when I got home, well, guess what? It's time to take off the bandage, and it took off all the hair with it. So it was very painful. So just do yourself a favor and shave. So once you've done that and you've shaved and you're getting ready to go get your first session, for me, since I had numbing cream, I had to show up a half an hour early, so that they could allow time for the medication, the numbing cream, to take effect. So you go in there and you check in, and they take the ointment and they rub it all over wherever you're getting your laser done, and then they take basically saran wrap and they wrap it around that, and then you have to wait for a half an hour. So you just kick it, you read a book, magazine, watch TV, be on your phone, whatever. After half an hour goes by, they bring it back into the room, they take it off, they wipe all the ointment off, they blot it dry, and then the nurse comes in who's actually going to be doing the laser treatment. So usually they take photos at Laser Away every time you're going to get laser done before, because they're trying to track your progress, because they have to adjust the settings based upon how your body's reacting to it, and also to show you, yes, it's lightening, and it's over time, it's getting lighter and lighter, and it's a very, very, very gradual process. I think the biggest misconception about laser tattoo removal, and this is because of social media and videos online and on YouTube, is they show people getting laser removal and the laser hits the ink and it turns white instantly. That is not the reality. That is not the real world. There's some sort of biological process that's happening there that I don't know what it is exactly, but it has something to do with the cells in your skin, and when the laser hits it and it breaks stuff up, it releases, I don't know if air or what, or something in the skin, and that it turns white. So it gives you the illusion that, wow, my tattoo's lightning. Look at that, bam, bam, bam. They do it on a whole tattoo, the whole thing turns white, and you think, damn, that was fast. What they don't show you is 10 minutes later, when it settles down, the tattoo goes back to looking exactly like it did when you walked in there. And I am not exaggerating that whatsoever. So I think that confuses people, and it gives them the wrong idea of what laser removal is about, because it's a very long process. It's gradual, and it over time it gradually gets lighter. So anyways, getting back to getting the procedure done, after they take their photos, they get you ready to get the laser removal. So they provide you with these goggles to protect your eyes from the laser light. When I go, they give me this little squeezy stress ball, and that's what I need to get through with it. Some people have a higher tolerance for pain. I don't, and that's with numbing cream. And I couldn't imagine what it would be like without the numbing cream. It probably hurts so much more. So, and this is coming from somebody I've subjected myself to just copious amounts of pain and torture to get, my body look the way that it looks. When I'm telling you laser hurts more than a tattoo, it does, trust me. So once you get your stress ball and your goggles, and then they get the machine ready, there's two machines there. So there's the laser machine, and then there's this swamp cooler air conditioner thing. And what that does is it blows cold air. I guess that cold air, they blow it on the skin while they're using the laser, and it's supposed to cool the skin and numb it. I mean, me personally, I don't feel it doing anything. And that's with the numbing cream. I mean, the second they start going to town, I feel it the whole way through, and I'm giving a death grip to the stress ball. So they'll get the air going, they blow it on the skin, and then what they do is they do a test shot to see how your tattoo is going to react to the light, because then they have to adjust the machine, the sensitivity. They may have to bring it up, or if it's too high, they may have to bring it down. Once they have it dialed in, it's go time. So me personally, what I do I just kind of mentally remove myself from the situation, and wherever, you know, they're at and working, I'm looking the opposite way, because mentally that helps me deal with the pain. If I'm sitting there and I'm staring at them doing it, I feel like it amplifies it more, watching your skin burn, because literally that's what it is. Your skin is burning. They are burning your skin with this laser light. Some people say it's like, oh, it feels like a rubber band like hitting your skin if you pulled it back and release it. Hell no. It feels like what it is, and that's laser burning your damn flesh. So I look away personally, close my eyes, and I just go into my world with the ball, and I just squeeze the living crap out of it. And you know, breathing is super important. You know, deep breath in, you know, let it out. Deep breath in, let it out. Woosah. That helps you deal with the pain. So before, I used to start with the inside of my legs where the penguins were at. I stopped doing that. I start with the calf now, because for me, the calf hurts way more than that part of my leg. I don't know why. It's a very, very sensitive area, so I just have them knock that out right off the bat. And then we do the penguins. So it's only a short amount of time. I mean, you're talking seconds to go over the whole area to laser it. But when you're there, I mean, those seconds feel like way longer than they are, because the pain is just so high. So after they're done lasering you, you see your skin, and it's red, it's irritated, it's puffy, it's swollen. They put medicated stuff on it. They put hydrocortisone, and they put Vaseline. Then they put the bandage on it, and then they'll give you like a little to-go baggie with extra hydrocortisone and extra gauze and this and that, because you need to be regularly changing that stuff out. The aftercare is kind of like getting a tattoo or dealing with like a really bad sunburn. You know, your skin is going to swell. You need to ice it. You need to rest. You need to elevate. You need to take ibuprofen. You need to drink a lot of water, and you need to take it easy, because especially if you got anything on your legs and you're walking around, that blood flow in your body while you're walking around is going to cause it to swell up even more. And you want to take care of this as good as you possibly can, because that's going to allow it to remove better and exit your body faster. But if you go right back into doing stuff and you irritate it and you drag out the healing process, it's detrimental to what you're trying to do. So definitely take it easy. And I would say for sure, like, don't soak it in super hot water in the shower. Definitely don't go into a bath or any sort of chlorinated water, a pool, or the ocean. I would wait until it fully heals, because it's going to be red, it's going to be itchy, it's going to be swollen. And there is blistering too. Blistering can happen from it, because like I said, it is burning your skin. You just need to make sure that they're not going too fast, like with the settings, and raising them too high, because what can happen is if the laser is too strong and they go really hard on you, or you tell them, hey, I want to get this done faster, you're going to have more scarring, and you're going to have blistering, and then you're going to have what it looks like a shadow almost. I've seen people that they got it done super fast, or they did the machine too powerful, and it leaves a silhouette of the existing tattoo. So you might have all the ink out of your body, but because the laser was so powerful, it kind of burns the tattoo, a silhouette of it, into your skin. It's really, really bizarre. So just take it easy with it, and you know, have your sessions be far out. When I'm done and I go back to book my next one, I usually do 10 to 12 weeks before I have the next laser session. That way I give my body enough time to recuperate. I'm not damaging the skin, and it allows my body to flush out the ink, because that's what's happening. Your body is, you know, the light is breaking up those ink molecules, and then your body's flushing it out through its own natural system. So definitely after the fact, I would drink a lot of water. And what I like to do is, once I know it's fully healed, I'll go into like a steam room or a sauna to kind of exacerbate the process by sweating a lot. For me, it's like filtering your body, and it's filtering out the ink. So yeah, that's the gist of it. It's very, very painful and expensive, and you know, it's just a long process. It's not like what you think. I mean, I've been at it now for well over 2 years, and after 9 of my 10 sessions, I have 1 session left. The tattoo's still there. it's really discouraging. I'm at the point now where my next session that I have is my last session. And they told me, well, you're getting to the end, so if you want to continue, since you're an existing client, we can do it for you for 55% off. So they offered me 10 more laser sessions at like $900 something. So I need to decide what it is that I want to do. I mean, it is light enough now to where I could tattoo over it and you would never know the old tattoo was there. But I'm at a point now where like I don't want to tattoo my legs. It's already like crazy and extreme as it is, like having what I have on my upper body. I want to kind of like leave my legs alone. So what I was thinking is buy the 10 and then use those handful of ones to like finish up the remainder. And then I have other tattoos on my leg that I would like to do the same thing and start lasering those off. And I feel like at this point now, with my experience and how long it's taken, I mean, it's going to be years and years and years before I finally get all these tattoos off of my lower body removed, and it'll wind up costing me a fortune. So learn from my mistakes. Definitely wait before you get a tattoo. Don't just be sporadic and I'm gonna get this funny random ironic thing on my body. Take the time, sit with it, draw on your body, see if live a few days with it on there and see if you're okay with it, because I really don't think you understand the meaning of the word forever until it is on your body forever. And especially when I say this to younger people, when you get tattooed when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, that person who you are back then is not the person you are 15, 20 years down the road. I started getting tattooed when I was 18. I'm 38 years old now. So that's 20 years. And I've grown and changed so much. And things that I liked back then and stuff that I thought that I was cool or I was passionate about, over the years you grow and you start to, grow apart from certain things. And with the tattoos, it's like once it's there, it's there. So, you really gotta think before you ink is the point I'm trying to make. I mean, had I able to do it all over again, all the stupid stuff I got, especially on my legs, I would have never done it. So, I mean, you can see I'm living proof of, I made mistakes and this is what I have to deal with. So, learn from my mistakes. So, definitely think before you ink. That is my PSA. And I will leave the video with this. It's easier for me I took photos of the tattoos. Not in their original state, but in their current state, so you guys could see where I'm at after 9 sessions, so you have an understanding of what it's really like and the progress that you can make. If you guys have a different experience with laser, let me know down in the comments section. I really would like to know, because maybe it's just me, maybe my body reacts differently, or the place that I go to, maybe they're not legit. Maybe they're not doing things the way that they should be doing, or they drag it out on purpose. That could be a thing too. I've read comments on social media about people saying the same thing about laser away, how, it's not that great for tattoo removal. So keep that in mind when you're out there looking to get tattoo laser removal, and maybe, consider other options and do some research before you just go to the first place, especially laser away, because that's what I did. And now, you would figure after almost 10 sessions it would be gone, but lo and behold, here we are. So I got it up here on my computer. I'm going to pull this camera down real quick so you could see what I'm talking about here. So these are the penguins, and I took this photo last night. So you can see, these used to be a lot darker, but even like on the feet here, the lines are starting to sort of come out. But you could still clearly see what it is, their head, their body, their little arms here. And it's definitely lighter, but they are still there. But you can kind of see even here now, there is a bit of scarring, like in his eye right here and stuff. And that's what you got to be careful about, because that can stay even though the ink is gone. So let me go back one here. I have one more, and that would be of my calf. You can see the image of the script. This one is more prevalent. Like this one's being stubborn. The same amount of sessions here, and this one is darker, I think. And this was the same guy that did the penguins, but he got better at this point. So I think he was able to penetrate the ink better here. So this one's definitely being more stubborn. And you can see, like how I mentioned in the lettering, the red that's right there. Yeah, so the way that works is if you have colors and stuff, it's a lot harder for them to come out because of the way the light reacts to the pigment. Black is your best bet and the easiest thing to be removed, but any sort of red or orange or pastel or anything like that, those are really, really difficult to remove. And the reality is you may not have it fully removed. So definitely keep that in mind if you have a lot of color and you're trying to get the color taken out and get the tattoo removed like 100%, it may not happen. And that's the reality of the situation. So anyways, that's it. Thanks you guys always for watching my videos, and I appreciate all your guys' likes and comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.